Hello again, Karis. Sorry my video is a bit late. I've been having technology troubles. Recently I've been cleaning out my room, and so this is actually about half of what was here. A lot of it's been already put back in my room and thrown out, and I've been getting new furniture, and I did the video in another place, but I've been having technology problems, so I'm just going to do it all again. And I do have some good news, I guess. After listening to Switchfoot's new EP for a couple of times, over the last couple of weeks, I've decided I'm starting to enjoy it. Like, I'm not trying or anything, I've just been spinning my head, and so I will listen to it, and then, yeah, I'm enjoying it, so cool. And I very much agree with you that people who have been following a band for a long time shouldn't be getting competitive with those who only just started following. I mean, it's a community of fans. It's not a competition, it's just liking stuff, you know. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about communication. You see, recently I've been part of a few different groups who are doing different things for being assessed with like school and stuff, and there's been a few positive and negative experiences. And I've also known people who are in similar situations to me who have also had positive or negative experiences, and I just want to give some tips about how I think you should make this a more positive experience for them. So the groups I'll talk about today are the groups that I've been involved in, so I have a bit of personal experience. I'll say what's worked and what hasn't worked, what I think is the good thing to do. And so that's just like things like I've involved with helping people film stuff, so I've been in their actual production, and also music, so I've been part of a band. So my first tip comes all the way back to the start of the production, or whatever it is. As soon as you get the briefing of what you have to do, like what you have to make a production of, or what music you have to play, when it is and stuff, so when recruiting people. So of course you're going to have to ask for volunteers. Like this can look like either asking them, like face to face, like directly, like would you like to be in my production, or like just putting it up on Facebook or whatever, which I don't prefer to do because I prefer just asking them directly, because you can choose whoever you want, and it's just better. Make sure it is clear that they know what they're getting themselves into. These people are volunteers, and their life does not revolve around what they're getting themselves into with your project. So they need to be this needs to fit with them. So make sure they know when you have to rehearse, when you would be filming or whatever, when your rehearsals would be, whether it's once a week, twice a week, how long they would be, when it would be, where it would be. And also, now this is probably most important, when the actual performance is, or when the thing is due. Because, you know, if you've been meeting for a month or so, it's kinda hard to replace somebody who's like that in-depth if they find out they can't do the examination date because they've had a previous commitment. So that's my first tip. So make sure they know what they're getting themselves into, what's expected of them, what they need to bring, what they need to already have, what they need to be able to do, just time they need to do. Second tip, make sure you're being transparent with them. If there are a few of you being assessed, or even just one of you, make sure they know what you're thinking. Tell them what's going on, changes that need to be made, whatever. Just tell them everything. Not overload them with information, but make sure they know what they need to know, so they don't feel out of the loop. And it makes your volunteer friend feel like they're really involved, like they're part of this thing, and they can really have a bit of a sense of ownership over it. And my third and final tip for just now is that if you have any change of plans, whether that's a rehearsal date or a filming date or whatever, make sure they know. If you're filming in production and that you need to have a date that you film, obviously, make sure they know with plenty of time in advance. This is like more than a week or 2 weeks. 2 weeks is better. The more time, the better it is, because they can plan things around that. So really make an effort to be organised yourself, so that then you can help other people be organised. And on a side note to all of these, make sure you're use means of communication effectively. So whatever works best for your volunteers, because they are doing this for you, so you need to show respect and come meet them somewhere. You know, so this could be like whatever works best for them. So like email, text messages, Facebook messages, whether it's a phone call, just seeing them face to face if you can. Make sure they know exactly what's expected of them, where they need to be, etc. And keep buzzing in on them. Check up how they're going with all of it. Check up if they have the dates right. Keep reminders, a few reminders here and there, just telling them when they need to be places. Just ask if that's still okay. And in the end, of course, thank them for what they've done. Don't just walk away, because, you know, they've invested time into this as well as you have. which they didn't have to do. They're not getting assessed on this. So just make sure that they're appreciated, make it a positive experience, just the whole thing, because then they're more likely to be able to help you in the future, and it's just going to be better. And I'm all about forming and maintaining positive relationships and creating positive experiences for everybody. I hope this helps people who are about to embark in a journey of putting together a production with a group. Yeah, maintain relationships, be positive about it all, enjoy. Any other questions, please leave them in the comments box if you have positive or the negative experiences which you also think would be helpful to share. Also comments. Yeah, have a good week. Karis, I look forward to seeing your video now this week, because this is late, I'm sorry. Oh, technology.